So Emaline, just like take it from here and take us to the topic of what is the centralized web really does and how decentralization and distribution can rise to more ethical tech, and also, will be how this decentralized communication, law, production power is going to start emerging. So we're starting to get into the topics on hand. So Emaline, it's all yours.
Great, thank you, Fer. As it seems like a lot of you guys are pretty well aware of at this point, the commercialization of the web through software brought us all online pretty quickly. And while I'm sure we're conscious of the benefits from small-scale information sharing, we're aware also at this time that most of the benefit, right, has gone to companies whose servers actually sit in between the information that we share, right, or between users who are sharing information. For these companies, it's really the case that hosting data also means hoarding it, right, in order to create speculative markets, in order to sell data to the highest bidder, so that really we're profiled, and anyone can see those profiles so long as they have enough money to pay for access to those, right? So it can be governments, companies, whoever. And the progression of this model, right, has really, really involved users being treated as consumers rather than full participants, right, which is kind of like the original end-to-end vision of the web. And so centralized computing architecture is really what's made it possible for data capitalism to flourish. Because whatever entity, like I said, is sitting in the center, serving and hosting everyone's information, can also capitalize on it. This has made it possible for data and really our collectively produced knowledge to sort of pass us by, almost. So for Google and Facebook, right, most of their profits are coming from ad revenue, whereas for Amazon, it comes from infrastructure and data analytics services. It's the case now that the economic model of these like huge global behemoths is so successful because it appeals to the need of enterprises and companies, themselves included, to know us and to organize us and to coordinate us. So Google and Facebook want to sell our data so that other companies can shape our desires, and Amazon is joining this predictive game directly. And I think, as we've seen, trying to guess what we'll do next is actually a pretty powerful way of making sure that those things actually happen, right? I think of it as us being trapped in our bad habits, essentially. For these companies, it's almost like a land grab for our psychical space. It's like a mental land grab and a competition in between them over who has access to things as intimate as our memory, right, and our desires. So, what happens is that our interactions and behaviors get categorized on their terms for their motives. And this actually creates communities, right? But it creates top-down communities that give us no say about how data about us and about our lives, like our digital selves entirely, are used, right? And limits our ability to coordinate ourselves around the knowledge that we produce collectively.